Spleen. I am getting many queries regarding the enlarged spleen. People want to know what is enlarged spleen, how it is caused, what are the diagnoses, how to get it treated. So we will discuss, there are many points in this topic, so we will discuss it one by one. So first of all, you must know that what is the spleen. The spleen is a small fist shaped purple colored organ that is present above our stomach or just below the diaphragm in our body. Diaphragm is a partition that divides the thoracic cavity as well as the abdominal cavity of our body, and it is present just above the stomach or in the upper part of the left part of our body. So you must know the spleen is a small organ, but it carries multiple functions in our body. It is a main important organ of our lymphatic system in our body. So you must know what are the works that done by the spleen. Spleen act as a reservoir of the RBC, or you can call it as a graveyard of the RBC. The multiple RBCs, WBCs are getting repaired here and again go to the work. Another thing, just because it used to restore and filter the RBCs and the WBC, it act as a filtering and act agent that act as an organ that purify and filter the blood in our body. It is also called as the mainly important organ of our lymphatic system. So people must know that, you people now you know that the works of the spleen, that it act as the reservoir of the RBC, graveyard of the RBC, it act as a filtering and the purifying agent of the blood, and another it is important organ of the lymphatic system. So now come to the point, what are the enlarged spleen? Sometime our spleen start acting as a hyperactively in our body, and that is called the hypersplenism. Hypersplenism. And it start producing over functions inside the body because it is enlarged in the size now, and it start performing multiple functions that are usually not needed in our body. So enlarged spleen usually enlarged spleen is a disease in itself, and it is caused by the multiple factors. It is a disease that is caused by the mainly underlying diseases. There are many underlying diseases that are responsible for this kind of disease, underlying diseases. There could be any underlying disease, I will tell you these things. So you must know that when these underlying diseases get treated itself, then ultimately the enlarged spleen will also get treated automatically. So let us see that what are the underlying disease that can cause a enlarged spleen. There are, number one, viral infections, multiple infections that can cause the underlying disease. They are viral, bacterial, and parasitic infection, as well as the parasitic infection. Another thing that can cause the enlarged spleen are cirrhosis, liver functions, liver infections, that is the liver diseases, cirrhosis. Another thing are the anemia, hemolytic anemia, or leukemia can cause these all are the underlying disease that are responsible for the enlarged spleen. The last but not the least is the pressure on the veins of the spleen. Pressure on veins of spleen. These are some causes that can cause the enlarged spleen. These are the mainly underlying diseases. If these get treated, enlarged spleen get treated by itself. You must note that there are no such medication that are given for the enlarged spleen that can treat the disease on itself, but it needs some other treatment. So before going to the treatment part, you must understand if there is any underlying disease inside you, such as infection, liver disease, cirrhosis, anemia, or the pressure on the veins of the spleen, or any other disease that you are having, that you must consider that disease only, and then you can treat the enlarged spleen on by itself. So you no need to worry about this thing. So now you must be worrying about the symptoms of the enlarged spleen. So people, usually you must know one thing, that enlarged spleen is usually in itself is asymptomatic. It usually doesn't show any symptoms. Right, it doesn't show any kind of symptoms, but because its symptoms are very rare, so otherwise you can discuss this thing. You can identify the enlarged spleen with the help of the various symptoms, such as fullness of stomach fullness. Whenever you eat small meals, your stomach will feel full. You will start feeling full and you will not need to eat anything more. Stomach pain, it can cause further stomach pain, fullness of the stomach, anemia plus fatigue, because now liver is not doing its proper function. It is impaired now, it is getting impaired now, so it is not doing its function. So patient can suffer from the anemia, and fatigue is usually associated with the anemia. Another thing, trouble in eating large meals, not able to eat large meals. Easy bleeding, that is upon small injuries, because along with the RBC it also associated with the WBCs, that is white blood cells or the platelets, that used to act as our defense mechanism. So when it is impaired, this function will not be done, and it can cause the easy bleeding that will be difficult to treat. Fine. And another is the weight loss. Usually multiple diseases are there that are associated with the weight loss, and large spleen is not different. Along with these symptoms, patient want to know what kind of the pain one can suffer from enlarged spleen. So here we will discuss about the three kind of the pain that are mainly associated with the enlarged spleen. One kind of pain that I have already told you, that hiccups, caused by the hiccups. When your stomach diaphragm irritate, it cause the pressure on the spleen, and it cause the hiccups, and which cause the pain on the spleen, and you will feel the pain on the upper left side of your body. Next pain you can identify is stomach pain. It is caused by the stomach fullness. Whenever you eat small meals, it causes fullness, and you may suffer from the stomach pain. The next pain that is radiating to the shoulder, because it is just at the spleen is just adjacent to the diaphragm, and whenever there is a pain inside the spleen, and it will go radiate to the shoulder. So you can identify the enlarged spleen with the three other symptoms. The symptoms that I have already told you: anemia, fatigue, jaundice, or any other kind of pains. These are the three pains that are usually associated, are hiccups, or the irritation of the diaphragm. The three kind of pain you can identify are irritation of the stomach, that cause the hiccup, and which cause the spleen pain. Another pain you can identify is stomach pain, that is caused by the stomach fullness upon eating the small meals. The third kind of pain, the pain that is radiating to the shoulder, and which is caused by the stomach fullness. Another is caused by the irritation of the diaphragm, and it causes the pain inside the spleen. Now come to the next point: how to diagnose enlarged spleen. Usually doctor identify enlarged spleen by the physical examination of the patient. Usually patient will check the upper left side of your body and will examine the exact location and the size of the spleen in your body. So doctor can identify it by the physical examination. The second test are the blood test, where doctor will recommend you to identify the blood count and the RBC and the WBC count. The other test, the doctor can ask for the ultrasound or CT scan, which will identify the exact size of your spleen. And the last but not the least are the MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, which used to check the blood flow through the spleen. For the blood flow, this is for the blood flow. This is for the size of the spleen, size of spleen, and it is for the RBC count.